Today, I want to talk about a hot take that I have in that I believe every parent should help their kid to become a YouTube creator and to build a YouTube channel. And I know there's going to be a little bit of backlash out there from some of the parents out there that are like, aren't there some weirdos on there? And is there going to be some hate comments? And yeah, there are. And that happens in every aspect in anything that you're going to do in life. And, you know, I think the pros are going to outweigh the cons by 10x, 50x, 100x than any weird, mean comment that you're going to get. And yes, we still need to be there. They're still kids. We still need to oversee some of this, and we'll talk about some of that. But I think that the sheer skill development that your kids are going to learn by being on YouTube as a creator are some of the best skills that they can learn that are going to impact not just like right now and building a channel and maybe being like a huge new creator, the next Mr. Beast. That's not what it is about, but that could also happen. You can't be the next Mr. Beast if you never upload, if you never create. Let's talk about the pure skill development side. The first thing is idea generation. You have to come up with cool and big ideas for every YouTube video. What's the idea behind every video? Just having that creativity to think about what's going to make a good video and getting better over time and iterating over time and learning what ideas are good and what videos did they watch and how can they put that into some kind of an outline for a video that maybe they could create or they could recreate or they could do it better or just some crazy ideas. Idea generation is so important because that's where all the next business ideas are going to come from. That's where the next big SaaS companies are going to come from. That's where like everything is built on ideas. The world is built on ideas. I have an idea for something that can make the world a better place. And so the sooner you can get them to foster this culture of idea generation, the better. One of my mentors, James Altucher, I got to do like a 9-part documentary series. You can check it out on Amazon on James Altucher. And he talked about the fact that he does an idea dump every single day. He carries around a waiter's notebook, and one that fits in his pocket, and he comes up with 20 ideas around a single topic every day. So every day he comes up with, all right, 20 cool ideas for hats. What are 20 cool ideas for hats that I can come up with? And he writes down, and it helps him to use his muscles, not his physical muscles, but his idea muscles every day. So coming up with cool YouTube ideas helps you to build that idea muscle. So when you need to come up with ideas, you can do it on the fly. So I think that is thing number one. Then you have the physical act of filming and editing using things like your phone, using the camera that I'm using right now, but like the actual technical side of filming YouTube videos. How do you use a camera? How do you hit record? How do you find a good shot versus a bad shot? How do you think about lighting? Because if I was filming this way, I want to film this way, but the lighting's really bad because the sun's coming in, so we don't want to film that way. We want to come back and film this way. So the physical act of filming and then editing. How do we edit the video? How do we make it look good? How do we add effects? How do we get good at CapCut or Adobe or whatever you're going to edit in? Those physical acts, like that's such an important skill because like what I do every single day is I communicate with brands. And so learning how to come up with ideas, communicate, film them, edit them, like put them out into the world, so important, which is the next skill is communication. I've talked about this multiple times. The better that you can communicate, and in the world coming up, it's like, how can I communicate via text message? How can I communicate via chat? How can I communicate via video? The better off they are going to be because it's coming, right? You're going to put your Apple goggles on. You're going to be on Zoom. You have to learn how to communicate with people, and you have to learn how to persuade, and you have to learn how to connect with them. You have to learn how to sell. You have to learn all of that stuff from a communication side and be likable. One of the best ways to do that is through YouTube videos, talking to a camera and getting really, really good at it as early as you possibly can. Again, going to set you up for a long time. Next is community building. Once you get a channel out there, you start getting comments, start getting people in your community. And in the beginning, maybe it's just the kids that they go to school with or they're on the same sports team with, and you start fostering this community, people commenting on your stuff, telling you like, hey, I like this, but try this or that. Like community building, so important. The community-led businesses right now are the top businesses on the absolute planet. And the earlier they can learn how to build and foster a community, the better. Then design, right? We got to design thumbnails. We have to design their videos. We have to design our sets. We have to make sure like the backgrounds look good. All of that stuff is a design and aesthetic. Like we like beautiful things. Like people in this world love beautiful things. That's why Apple rules the world because their products are beautiful. Why Tesla is ruling the world because their products are beautiful. So if you can learn how to use design to make your stuff more desirable, the better. And so learning how to use Canva, learning how to use Figma or Adobe or whatever it is to learn how to design things, again, isn't that a really important skill that they're going to need for a really long time, whether they're an entrepreneur or not? Then the ability to learn how to test and tweak, the ability to put out a video and have it flop and fail. And what did I learn from that? How can I test something different next time? How can I test a different title for my video? And just knowing that the words that I use, the way that I communicate in a title or a description or in the design aspect of my thumbnail can completely change the trajectory of the video. What if they were learning that skill now, how to be okay with failure, but knowing that failure is just a way to learn on how to iterate and improve in the future. Such an important skill for kids. So I truly believe that building a YouTube channel is one of the number one things that you can do as a parent to help your kids build that channel. Now, I want you to be there with them, right? Help them along the way, coach them, be there as they're filming, like help them out. Let them fall on their face and make mistakes. Some of Colt's videos that he films, terrible angle, terrible lighting, like cool. Learn from that. How do we make it better next? Hey, Colt, look at this shot. It's all blurred out because the lighting's like, how can we shoot that better next time? Oh, we could put the camera over here. How cool is that? That he's learning those skills, that your kid can learn those exact same skills. And they're all going to come from building a YouTube channel. All of those things you get from building a YouTube channel. How freaking cool is that? It's why I truly believe that building a media business is the first business that every kid should learn how to build. If you're a kid entrepreneur, young entrepreneur, build a YouTube channel first. Didn't even talk about the fact that you're audience building. You're building an audience of people, but I don't want this to be about how can I get the most like. I get that. Like I know parents don't like to hear about like, well, I'm competing for likes and I'm competing for this. Like, nah, it's cool. Like I do agree that like life is a popularity contest at the end of the day. The most popular things get the most sales, get the most attention, get the most traction. Like it's the fact of life. But let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on the hard skills that they can learn by putting this YouTube channel together. I truly believe it's the best place to learn all these skills that they're going to need, whether they go into any career, right? If you're a sales job, isn't it great to learn how to communicate? Amazing, right? You've already fostered and built a community. Go sell something in that community. Filming, editing, videos, like design, all of that, anything that they do. And especially if they go and they become an entrepreneur, they start a business, having all those skills gives them such an advantage over everyone else because they're going to know how to do all of these things. They're going to be coming up with the next great idea and then know how to promote it, know how to communicate it, know how to design around it or find the team that can do that for them. That is why every kid needs to create a YouTube channel and why you as their parent should help them out on that path, be there with them, encourage them, help them, be their mentor, be their guide, or just be there to support them. If you're like, I have no freaking clue how to start a YouTube channel, just be there to support them every step of the way. What do you think about this idea of every kid starting a YouTube channel? Drop it in the comments below. If you're a kid that has a YouTube channel, drop your channel below because I will check it out. I'll make sure that the Brollett subscribe to it and we leave you a comment because we know how important that is to growing a YouTube channel. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what in the world are you waiting for? After me, there shall be no more. If you guys know Jay-Z, best song of all time. Anyway, just saying, enjoy your weekend. Talk to you guys real soon.